Hello and welcome to jkkmobile.com. This time I'm reviewing Asus EPC 900. So let's first go through the device. We have Ethernet port, USB port, microphone, speakers. We have the mouse buttons left and right. We have the mousepad over here, the LEDs for battery, drive and wireless, and then SD card slot, two another USBs, VGA out, Kensington lock. And over the top we have the power button, the 8.9-inch screen, and webcam with a microphone on the left side. So let's start it on. It has been in sleep, so let's look at a bit further. Of course, now this is the second generation or second version of the EPC, so there are quite many better things on it, and especially of course the screen size, now being 8.9 inches and 1024 by 600 pixels, so way better than on the earlier model. And just for the view of it, you can really see that on the outside dimensions there is not much difference between the two, but on the screen size it's a huge difference from a 7-inch to 8.9. You'll see here that really the difference is just 6 millimeters on that side, and for the white there is no difference at all. Same goes with the height. It's really 1-to-1. So if you have this separately, you wouldn't notice the difference on the overall size. Overall weight is now a little bit more. It's now 990 grams, which means that you can barely feel it, but when you open the device, you can feel that the screen side is now a bit heavier and also a bit thicker. I don't see that as a problem, especially as they improved the rubber thing is over here, so that you cannot flip it anymore that easily. The old model was really easy to flip if you weren't careful, like you can see. Okay, so to the main differences. The screen, 8.9 inches, 1024 600. The quality of the screen and the brightness is practically the same as on the 700. I don't see much differences on that. It's still anti-glare, it's still quite bright, but and especially bright with the third-party software called EEECTL, which you can actually use to increase the brightness. As you can see, the brightness is now about 40% better if I use this small software. So again, one of the best things on EPC is the community, who is providing great applications and tips and tricks and help for the users. Okay, let's keep it on the normal brightness now. The second major upgrade is the mousepad, as now it's almost double the size of the earlier one. You can see the size of the earlier one here. So really this is way easier, especially now with a bigger screen. It's easier to use from the first glance, as you can really move your finger all the way on the screen. And this time it supports multi-finger touch, which means that you can scroll with 2 fingers. You can use gestures, like I've set up the 3-finger gesture to minimize all the screens. So there are some nice little features on that. There is also mouse buttons which are now bigger, but they are still quite heavy to press, so you really need some force. So trying to use the mousepad like this and clicking the left key might not always be that easy. The right click feels a bit better, but not that good, I must say. And if we go to the quality side of this touch, I actually prefer the old one from the quality side, as right now this mousepad doesn't have sensitivity settings on the software itself, so you cannot adjust it, and that's something I don't like, as I feel this is a bit too easy to for accidental touches. You can adjust the button layout. There's even a middle button, but trying to push both buttons at the same time is quite hard, so you can forget that. You can tap with one finger to choose and move the cursor. You can tap with two fingers, and you can actually set it up to do different stuff, like let's check the you can open the right click menu. You should be able to use internet back and forward, but for some reason they don't work. You can maximize the window. You can use that as a middle button. You can minimize window. You can set it to page down or up. You can run any software if you click that. You can scroll up, down, left, right, or you can start menu, or use that for zooming also. Same goes with the three finger tap. So there are quite many settings, but I would actually like to see more, especially the internet back and forward, as they are not working. I would like to use the swipe for that. Actually, the swipe thing is not even on this software I got. I was messing with the register editor and found out that there is some more settings, and I read somewhere that on the original version of this software there was more settings, but somehow Asus have dropped some of them away. So the next part of the settings software, two finger scrolling, you can adjust the speed of the scrolling, which is of course nice. Then the zooming, so you can zoom in and out. I can open a PDF file here, because I would say this is especially nice with the PDF softwares, as you can scroll and it's not there. Let's open it this way. You can scroll and zoom without using any buttons on the side. So I can nicely scroll, but if I want to zoom in, I can easily do that with the mouse, and then of course back to bigger. Again, continue scrolling and then go in. So this is really nice for, especially for PDFs. For websites, it's actually on Firefox. It's just decreasing or increasing the font, which is okay, but not really what I want to see, especially as it's kind of hard to get it back where it was. But now it's back there. And with the Internet Explorer, you can actually zoom the page up, out, and in. So that works as it, in my mind, should work. But on the software itself, it has a problem with the Internet Explorer 7. It worked with the 6, but not with the 7. Actually, the scrolling doesn't work at all on the Mousepad software. So you would have to install a third party like Semantic driver, or uninstall the whole software totally to make it work on the IE7. So this is a very strange thing. I just can't imagine how didn't Asus notice that, and there are not yet any updates on their support side, so it should be fixed pretty soon, because this is quite useless this way, but you can use the other gestures fine, like minimizing and so on. So Mousepad in a way is very nicely improved, but I would say the quality has some not so nice things, but it may be they may be able to fix that with the software. Especially the sensitivity would be nice to be able to set. You can also use it for drag and drop, and it has a special magnifying glass feature, so you can use that too. I think those are more or less not so special or good features. But zooming, scrolling, tapping and swiping is nice, but for some reason Asus didn't include the swiping features on the software, but you can set it up from the registry or wait for them to maybe upgrade it. So Mousepad, bigger, in some sense better in a quality wise. I think it's not as good as this old Synaptics one. You cannot use one finger to scroll, but there are of course already users starting to get fixes for that. So just read the EPC user forums and other blogs to check the newest stuff for this computer too. So third feature upgrade, of course, is the webcam. It's now 1.3 megapixels, and the microphone is now up here and not down here as it used to be. So it's really good for Skype and video broadcasting. So let's see a Skype test call right now. Let's call to Steve from UMPC portal. Hello Steve, how are you?
Good. So there's me on the video up there. I guess you're seeing it at your end.
Yeah. Wait, I put it on another window. Yeah. So it's Skype calls are working fine from EPC 900 too.
Me?
Yeah, I can see you. Everyone can see you. This is
sound quality is fine.
Yeah, here too.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't see your video at this end, so I can't tell what the quality is, but...
yeah, we can do that separately, because Steve's video card was crashing on the video, so we can't test that right now. Good, but the sound quality, so microphone is it's way better than it used to be, and of course the webcam quality too, so totally different experience now than on a 17-inch version, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. So hands-free.
Yeah, it's really good. The sound quality is fine.
Yeah, so hands-free Skype calls could easily be done with this one too.
Yeah. There's no echo or any nastiness going on. It's really good.
Yeah, good. Okay, I leave you to it, and I will start. Continue making this video review. Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Thanks.
Take care. Enjoy. Bye.
You too. Bye. Okay, so that was it. It's pretty capable of that too. So let's play a bit with the webcam. I will show you how it looks on the device itself. Of course you cannot see that nicely how good the quality is, but I think for most use it's great. It's clear and good color balance. Of course not as really high-end webcams, but really okay for its job. So working fine, and of course now when the microphone is over there, it's way better than the old one. It's just fine. Fourth upgrade, the hard drive space, and actually it's not a hard drive in this case, as it's SSD, which means solid state disks. It's all flash. On the there's actually this on this version, this is the Linux version with XP on it now. It has 20 gigabytes of SSD, but it's on 2 different drives, which means that the first one is 4 gigabytes, and it's fast and really quality flash, so it's good for operating system. And then the second one is 16 gigabytes, and that's cheap, slower SSD, which is not that good for operating system, but it's good for installing files. On a Linux setup, it's actually quite okay for like a beginner and a normal user who wants to keep it that way, because the operating system is installed on the first drive, and all your user files and so on are on the second drive. But with XP, having the operating system on the 4 gigabyte section, it will cause some problems, as it will end up pretty full pretty fastly. So I think, of course, I understand Asus did that to save some cost for the device, but I would really prefer something like 8 gigabytes at least on the first drive, because Windows is really big for 4 gigabyte SSD. It really should be at least 6 or 8. So I would prefer 8 on the first one, and then for second drive something maybe 12 or 8. On the XP version, it actually comes with only 8 gigabytes on the second drive. So again, that's not that nice thing, but I think that's because they wanted to keep the cost down for that too, so that you could have a same price for XP or Linux version. As this device was bought with Linux, I've of course installed the XP by myself, and that was actually quite easy process. There's instructions on the manual. I used the external CD drive, just CD in and install, and then Asus CD in and install all the drivers. So pretty much normal installation, and pretty fast too. The one thing you have to do after installation, you have to actually go to the computer management and format your second drive, because if it's formatted with the Linux format, you cannot see it from the Windows. But that's pretty easy too. So, as I told, some issues with SSD, some issues with the mousepad, but still the whole experience has been quite good. Well, it didn't start that good actually, because Asus shipped the first one, and this is from Hong Kong, so this is one of the first ones, and they shipped with the smaller battery. This is only 4,400 milliampere battery, and it should be shipping with 5,800. So if we compare battery life, this is only giving like 2 to 2.5 hours of computing, where the 5,800 milliampere battery should give easy over 3 hours. So quite a big difference there. Of course, they promised everyone from in Hong Kong to give a new one when they are available, but still, it has been now raised some concerns about the actual battery on the shipments in other parts of the world. Of course, you could buy third-party batteries like this one. This is the 6L Cameron Sino one. It's like $50. It's 6,600 milliamps, so it's quite cheap and gives you good battery life, but it has some design features which I don't like. You can check my other video about that. And then the Mugen battery, which is actually really high quality, high capacity battery, and you can use that too. It gives you easy 5 hours of use. So I would really think about this. This cost over 100, but it's still worth it if you need the battery life. And they come in black or white. So as of now, right now, Asus only ships white EPC 900, so that's why mine is white. But if you prefer black, you should wait a while to get that. And as we are talking about the battery and the battery life, I must show you the new charger, as it's now a brick with 2 cables and not a cell phone like charger like it used to be. So it's really not that big. It's the size of the keyboard, so really not a big thing. But it's different, and it has also a different voltage. It's now 12 volts and 3 amperes, so actually it charges way faster now, which I think is a really good thing. You can charge it in just a little over 1 hour, so that's a good thing. You can also actually use this for 7-inch EPCs too, but you can't use the old charger for this 900. So most of the stuff works the same way as in the 7-inch screen, but there are some slight differences. The Ethernet, the USBs, the SD card slot, they're all the same. Wi-Fi is the same, and I'm having great time with this Wi-Fi. It has been, for me, it has been really good. The reception quality, everything really nice. No dropouts or problems. So in a Windows use, it's perfect. I have heard some problems with the Linux side, but I have not experienced those myself. Also, one quite big difference is that it's now running 900 megahertz from the start. So the 7-inch version actually run 630. So this feels a lot faster now. Also with 1 gigabyte of RAM, it's really capable of doing quite many stuff. Let's open some Office documents so you can see how it's just a simple thing how it opens. Let's open some more browser Windows 2, and let's open the control panel on top. There it goes, and my computer. So pretty fine. Let's do some. It's nice and fast. I think it's okay for any kind of mobile computing. Of course, it's not a desktop or laptop replacement, but really good in mobile environments. Especially still the size and the weight is so nice. You can really use it while standing or walking. Especially now with the bigger mousepad, it's way easier. So performance-wise, that's better. And again, one really big thank you for the community, as the same Eee CTL software is actually also making some good stuff for this one too, as you can actually control the fan like you could on the 7-inch version, and you can actually downgrade or decrease the speed of the CPU to 630 or 750 to was it actually 750, but anyway, to save some battery life. So that's a great little feature to have. It's good to be able to balance with the battery life and speed. So actually you can set it without the software. You can set it also from the BIOS, but I think it's nicer that you can choose it on the fly while you are using. So really nice thing. And as we're talking about the power, we should do some testing, and by testing I mean video testing. Let's play some HD video, high definition Video, this is Windows movie format, and it's 6400 kilobits per second, 1280 by 720 HD video, so you can see how that's running. Of course you cannot see how good it is on online video, but it's perfect in my end. Let's put some brightness. Plays fine.
There are over 40 species of dolphins which have adapted to every sea on Earth, many of our great rivers.
You can hear now the voice quality changes.
Spinner dolphins revel in the warm waters of Hawaii.
If it's on desk, it's actually really good.
The starved duskies swim in the frigid waters of Argentina.
But if I move it from desk and put it on my lap, you may have some muffling and softening effects. But video playback is perfect for this kind of device. Really, the screen size really makes it really nice for videos. Of course, YouTube and such works perfectly if it's HD video is playing. Let's go to check some YouTube videos just for fun. Let's see. Let's take something randomly here. I don't have any idea what this is, but let's check it out. Someone's playing fine.
I guess the best part of my job is when there's a celebrity on set. I mean, not to say that.
Works fine. Good. As it has the VGA out, I think it's good to show you how that works, and it actually works the same way as on the 7-inch model, but for you who haven't seen either of, I must show it, of course. So if you press the FN and F5, it actually gives you a choice of either external screen. So now I'm on the external screen only, and it automatically adjusts to the resolution. So that's working fine. If I press again, it makes them clone, which means that both are running with same resolution. So on the bigger screen you can't see the whole desktop. You can't see the whole screen. It has those black bars, and on the device itself it's as it should be. And then again FN F5, and now it's the extended screen, which means that I can have stuff on the smaller screen and other stuff on the bigger screen. So it works nicely too. Okay, and then back again to the internal screen only. That works pretty nicely, but setting up it to remember those settings is quite hard. So you have to typically just use the FN F5 keys to choose which one you want to do now. And I have found that actually quite okay, because then you don't need to mess up with trying to use the settings as you want. So it's quite okay. Of course, now with 8.9-inch screen you don't have to use the external screen maybe at all, because the resolution is quite fine. Let's open the Engadget so you can see how nicely all the websites are coming. So this is a big site and you can see everything there, so no problems on that side. let's scroll a bit so you can see no sideways scrolling at all. So I think the screen and the resolution is quite perfect for the use. If it was higher resolution, you would really need to be closer to the screen to see the text and so on. So I really like the fact that they're using the 1024 to 600 and not the bigger one. So in overall, really nice upgrade and package, but still have some minor issues like the battery thing. There is still no word if it's going to be shipped with a 4400 or 5800 milliamp batteries. I really hope it's the bigger one, as or it will be 2.5 hour device. Second thing is the mousepad software. Asus really needs to improve that. The sensitivity settings and the other features that are lacking right now. Also, of course, the Internet Explorer 7 problems. They should really do that fast. If we compare the two devices and think about should you upgrade if you don't have one yet, it's really all up to your preferences, what you need and what you are planning to do, because I still love the smaller one too. It's really nice. It's a little bit less heavy, so it's maybe even a bit more nice on a sofa or outside use. But of course the resolution, the screen size makes it a different device. You really if you really need the higher resolution, then of course this is not the thing, and then you might need to upgrade. But because Asus choose to have the SSD drives in two different sections, it's the matter of installation, the matter of installing the operating systems is still the same. So especially with XP, you have to be careful not to fold it up. Of course, putting your own files and some other softwares to the second drive works, but it's not a good solution in my mind. They should address that, especially because the second drive is slower and cheaper, which means you really shouldn't install the operating system there. But overall, still a really nice, good device, good for the price, of course. I would actually prefer black because I don't really like the shiny white design. It's exactly the same as the older one, but still I prefer the black one. In overall, I would say check the battery stuff first before ordering. Hope it's the bigger one, and think about which one to buy. Linux has bigger drive, but XP might have some other good features. In overall, a really nice upgrade. This was all for now. Thank you for watching. This was Asus EPC 900 video review from checkikmobile.com. So if you have any feedback or questions related to mobile computing or EPCs, please stop by to my site and comment or contact me. Thank you. Bye.